Sometimes, Leo, the messages that I share with you are general and, universal. But I think that this is very, very timely. And the reason why is because it's just so poignantly specific to something that's happening right now. And ultimately, whenever you see this video, is when it's happening to you. But there is a, 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 a a moment here. You're verging right on a moment of oh God, it's happening again, where it's like you're about to charge into and handle the things the same way and do the same thing and embrace the same energy and process it over again. And ultimately there is a sense of, this time around you have the power, or at least the awareness or awakening that's opened up, to not make the same mistake again, to not make the same choice again. I shouldn't say mistake, right? Because but it has been, it's been a mistake. Might not necessarily have screwed up your life or anything big, but it's definitely been a decision that you made based on suppositions, maybe based on fear, or like I said, suppositions of somebody else can't do it themselves, or I'm going to be left all alone on this, or that somebody doesn't care, or somebody's being careless, or just a bunch of suppositions. And ultimately that has to be left and put in the background. That has to be let go, because right now there's this opportunity to see in a way that you never saw before. It's got something to do, we'll talk about that, but let's more talk about the mentality right now. I will definitely talk about what it's got to specifically got to do with, but right now let's talk about the mentality of feeling like I got to handle this, I got to take care of it, I got to fix it, I got to go right after this, I got to do it now, because if I don't do it, nobody else is going to do it. Or you're assuming that other people aren't going to handle it or take care of it, and it's probably because in the past you've been left. No, let's get really to the hard honest truth, Leo. You don't want to do this. This is not something that you relish or that you even want to do, but you do have a sense of, get up there and do the right thing and stand on that higher ground and be that like moral fiber person, and do it because it's the right thing to do, because it's something that you think a person of the standing you want to have would do. But ultimately that's bullshit, because the person that is who you really want to be is a person that is a lot more honest than that, and they just let go of that expectation of what they have to do based on what somebody thinks they should do. You don't want to do this. And the first thing you need to do is admit it. Just straight up say, this isn't something that I'm even interested in. Okay, now that that's on the table, it doesn't mean the problem has been solved, because there's still an issue that needs to be taken care of. But at least now it's like, at least I've owned and effectually allowed everybody else to know, this isn't something that makes me comfortable. Okay, there has been a repetitive pattern over and over again when it comes to this subject, whatever the subject is, the lover, the family, the friends, the business, over and over again. It's been repeating because you handle it the same way. This time is different. This time you realize that first of all, you don't have to react right away. And that's the big thing. Do not react right away. Pause. Allow yourself some time to breathe, and allow yourself some time to actually be honest with yourself and get to that truth, because you don't have to address this right away. I think you're feeling that sense of urgency. I'm scared. You're afraid that if you don't act now, something really bad is going to happen, right? I better jump on this, because if I don't jump on this, something's going to happen. And ultimately what that's going to do is it's going to get you into a situation that you really don't want to be in. You know already that you don't want to be in it, but you're about to leap on it and jump on it because you think, if I don't do it, all shit's going to hit the fan. But that is absolutely 100% not true. You do not have to take this opportunity in front of you. You do not have to handle this situation in front of you, but you do have to confront your feelings about it. That's what's important. It's unveiling what you really feel underneath the surface, okay? This is the time to not try to do things on your own. It's a time to let people in and ask them for their opinions, their thoughts, their beliefs. Ask to see if they can help out. That's what it is. Because ultimately all you're going to get, Leo, is on the other side of this, you're going to get yourself into a situation where you are basically doing everything. You are 100% responsible for the relationship. You're responsible for the work. You're responsible, whatever it is. You need to step back and be like, can we do this all together? Because ultimately, I don't want to be in a position where I'm going to be left alone with this. Because whatever it makes me look like, it doesn't. Whatever. I'm going to look like how I look like to you. What I need to do for me right now is to say, I'm only willing to get myself involved in this if I actually share the responsibility, right? Especially when it comes to a relationship. Knowing that you have somebody who's an equal partner instead of somebody who just shows up because you're going to take care of everything for them. Soul family. Call in your tribe. You don't have to do it alone. How many times have you said that? How many times you want it repeated in that? Like, you don't have to do this alone. In other words, you're feeling a lot of tension right now because something's really bothering you. Something's bothering you. It's not an emergency, but ultimately you feel like it is. And ultimately, there's a different solution. And I think the major discomfort is that you don't want to do this all by yourself. You don't want to take on this responsibility, but you don't see another way out. Okay. That's why you're taking a breath and you're consulting people that you care about, and you're consulting people that you know care about you, because they are going to be able to offer you another solution. Ancestral patterns, healing and rewriting the future. There's so much ancestral healing. It probably has something to do with family or a karmic pattern, a family karma. So it's very important for you to go very slow, almost pedantic right now. Just be very slow, step by step, so that I trip up the same place every single time. This time around, I'm going to ask for somebody else to guide me. I'm going to ask for somebody else to use their eyes. I'm going to ask for somebody else's help. It's got something to do. Break the chain. Ancestral patterns. Break the chain. Okay. Keepers of the earth. You are not alone. Ancestors, ancient ancestors stand beside you. Give me a second. I do think that there's an assumption that because you are an innate leader, that you always have to in some way take on that responsibility. That automatically that responsibility is yours. It's you that's assuming it, nobody else. Nobody else. You're about to make the same mistake that your parents have made in the past. You're about to make the same mistake that maybe your grandparents have made. You're about to make the same mistake because ultimately you think that's the only choice that you have. It's not. So what I want you to do right now is throw away the choice that you were about to make. Throw it away because it's garbage. You know it is in your heart. You don't even feel comfortable with it. Throw it away, and then you're going to sit there and be like, what the fuck? I don't know what the fuck to do. That's a beautiful place to start. Because now you're working from a place of real honesty, of real truth. I don't know what the fuck to do. So then what you're going to do, step by step, I'll even write this out for you if you need it. Send me an email. Step by step. Okay, I don't know what the fuck to do now. Okay, so what happens next? I don't know. Talk to somebody. Talk to somebody and say, this is why I'm so uncomfortable. Let's figure out what we can do. Once you start talking to people, their ideas and their experiences are going to enable you to see a different possibility. How can you mother yourself? There's so much maternal energy here. The initiation, rite of passage, crossing the threshold. You don't want to see somebody get hurt. You don't want to see somebody get hurt in the same ways that you've seen it in the past. You want to be the one that breaks the pattern and breaks the chain. You don't want to see the same kind of sadness continue. You want to make it go away. So, talk about it. Confront it. Straight on, straightforward. First, sea of love. This is you allowing yourself to let the past go. Because right now, the reason why you are so jumpy is because you feel like you're up against a ticking clock because of this past situation. Letting the past go liberates you of that stress. The last thing you need is that stress right now. You don't need that stress. Okay, what you need is a clear head and a clear heart. What this has to do with is a commitment that you're making to a woman that is an extremely formidable presence in your life. It could be a wife, it could be a mother, it could be a sister, it could be a boss. But you have definitely reached out and made some sort of social engagement or commitment. Or you know that this person is expecting you to make some sort of an offer to help in some way. And you just don't want to. You just don't want to. Let's get into the spirit guide messages. And I think you need to, and that's what you're afraid of. You're afraid of if you tell them I don't want to, that it's just going to, that it's acting like somebody that you don't admire, or it's acting in a way that's going to throw everything into a situation that you'd be ashamed of. You're a little bit ashamed of yourself. Okay, so this is what you do. You look for another way. There's not just a yes and a no. There's not just two different extremes. There's another way. Think on your feet. Sagittarius energy. This is let the ideas come. This is let the ideas come from your social life. Let the ideas come from your friends. Let the ideas come and just be spontaneous. Or don't make a fucking decision, Leo. Don't make a decision. Just roll with things and let them unfold and see what happens. You, in some ways, may not even be needing to stress yourself out this much. In fact, the real stress that you're feeling might be because of this underlying knowledge that something is going to happen that you cannot control. And ultimately, instead of throwing yourself in front of it to try to control its momentum, this time you're going to stand back and let it roll. And be your own friend or be your own caretaker. And say, it's not my place. It's not my place. It's not my fault. And it's irresponsible of me to try to stop this by throwing myself at its feet and letting it roll over me. I will not do that this time around. What I will do is stand here and let things unfold, because honestly, at this point, I don't have the answer. Life is very beautiful. But what you're being called to do is focus your energy on the here and now and see the beauty in the current situation. See the beauty in something that you never saw beauty in before. And I think that you're realizing beauty in a place that you never saw beauty before. There could very well be somebody in your life, somebody that you didn't take much. It's almost like never having an interest in this person, never having wanted to ask them out, but you can feel inside yourself that it's like you decided that you didn't want to ask this person out, that they were not your type of person, right? But then there's something growing, something that you don't understand, but ultimately you'd already made the decision. But no, I don't do that. I don't behave that way. but you are different now. You've changed. And this is about accepting that change inside of you, right? And it's almost like you're afraid that you're going to be expected to ask somebody out or do something for somebody that you really don't want to do. It's almost like you're afraid of it. I will say this. Doing it would be the best thing that you've ever done in your entire life. Think on your feet and be here now. This isn't about what you expected in the past. This isn't about who you were in the past. This isn't about the way that you saw your future. This is about reacting to the moment at hand and seeing what the right thing to do is for right here and right now. And whatever it is, to decide to do it and not feel guilty about it, right? Or to realize that, holy shit, I'm about to retreat from this situation because of my fear, because I'm a coward, right? That's not me being me. That's not being the best of myself. That's me escaping, right? I don't want to feel that way. I want to feel brave. I want to feel strong. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to feel brave. I'm going to feel strong. And I'm going to do the thing that my heart tells me is the right thing to do. Because no matter what, if I don't listen to my heart, I'm not going to be able to go to sleep at night. And that's just the truth. Clear out the clutter. This is Cancerian energy. This is letting things go that do not serve you anymore. And letting yourself transition and move on into this new stage in your life, because you're not who you were 5 years ago, 4 months ago. You're different. You've emerged somebody that's more flexible and has a lot more time on their hands and has just a lot more dexterity. You're not who you were. So don't make decisions based on the mindset of who you were. Be playful. Keep things on the surface. Don't get too deep. Certainly, if you're going to be fighting or talking with somebody, don't fight. Keep things light. Keep things light, keep things playful. Be empathetic, be sympathetic, be understanding. This is Gemini energy. Trust in divine detours, that something is coming to you that you didn't know that you wanted. This is an unexpected change. Your life is going to do a 180. And what is that going to be? I'm going to articulate everything with tarot, but ultimately, I think it's more important that this is more Sagittarius energy. It's going to happen in Sagittarius season. You're not going to expect this coming. So this is unexpected. It's just an unexpected thing that's coming at you. I hate saying thing. It's just, I can't find the words and I apologize. It's an unexpected situation that you're going to find yourself in. And the best thing to do is to not base it on what happened to you in the past. The best thing to do is to ask for help. Take a leap of faith. You're gonna do this, but you're gonna ask for help. This is also a sense of being lucky. I know that you're gonna think that this occurrence is the worst thing that's ever gonna happen to you. It's not. You know where your truth is. And ultimately, Leo, you have to do this. You have to do this. I can't find a way out for you. You have to do this. This is Taurus energy. The abundant universe will provide. When it comes out upside down, it tells me you already have everything that you need. And see the big picture. This is Taurus energy too. So this is looking out into the distance. Not necessarily looking into the future, but maybe thinking about the future or planning in the future, but basically just seeing everything for what it is. I mean, the reality and the truth of everything for what it is. And because you see everything for what it is, you understand that You know, you really do have everything that it takes to be able to handle this situation. You really are the right person for the job, but you are in some ways a bit disgruntled. But that's this, what I'm saying is the disgruntled part of this is actually coming from your old self. A sense of self where you're like, oh man, I don't want to do that shit. And you don't want to do it. You absolutely don't. But the way that the cards have fallen, you have to do it. You have to do it because your heart is never going to let you be if you don't. And it's not going to end up half as bad as you think it is. It's actually going to make you feel good in a way that you never predicted that you could ever feel. This is including, you know, you don't want to go out with that person. I don't want to take that person out on a date. I don't want to take that person out on a date. And then you take that person out on the date, and all of a sudden it cracks your brain open into realms and places and ways that you never knew that you were capable of even thinking about, let alone being interested in. See, this is the surprise next step in your life that makes you into that person that you will admire. You keep repeating the same pattern because you keep thinking that you're doing the right thing to become that person that you want to see in the mirror. But you're just always making the same mistake because it's always based on your comfort zone. This is out of your comfort zone. And you doing this thing that you don't want to do is actually going to get you to be the person that you've always wanted to be. Yes, I'm going to articulate with tarot. The link is below. Please go over there now if you want to, or hang around with me. We're going to do angel messages. If you have not subscribed to the channel, please do. Click that link below and ring that bell so that you get notified. I upload videos basically 5-6 days a week, and I upload a Leo specific video every single week, every single Friday between the hours of 5 a.m. and 6 a.m. California time. So please do subscribe and you'll get notified as soon as all of that content comes up. If you want to join me for my daily lives, I do them on Instagram, Monday through Friday. You can just find me at born_without_boundaries. And you can participate in the live chat as I'm doing a general reading. Also, if you want the extended readings a day before everybody else gets their hands on them, you can have access to them. You'll get notified right away when I upload them on Vimeo if you subscribe over there. It doesn't cost anything. You subscribe over there just like you subscribe over here. So there's lots of different ways to enjoy and support Born Without Boundaries. And thank you so much for all your support so far. So let's get into the angel messages. Divine intervention. It's almost like that. It's like the divine is intervening because it knows you're going to make the same mistake again. Archangel Uriel is here. A great spiritual transformation is currently occurring both in your life and in our world. This is the union of heaven and earth, spirit and matter. Heart and mind unite in harmonious balance. Oh my God. This is the moment when everything changes, and you're going to love it. Divine intervention. You may feel frustrated because something stalls or comes to a standstill. Progress seems painfully slow, yet this is a blessing. It is divine intervention at work. When the timing is in perfect harmony, all will come to fruition. Take your time and bide your time. You think this is not what you want. You're correct. It is not what you want. But you know what? It is exactly what you need for the goal that you want to achieve. Wisdom. Everything has a place and purpose. To be wise is to have great love, tolerance, and compassion for all things. Who are you not opening your heart to? Trust. All will work out well. We, your angels, are here to nurture, protect, and heal you. Trust in the healing power of our love. We love you more than you will ever know. Clarity. Close your eyes. For a moment, breathe in the blue of the sky. Feel a gentle breeze flow through you. There is peace. There is clarity. A magical healing has just taken place, a gift from your guardian angel. Yeah. Truth. The best way through the current situation is just speak your truth. Contrary to what you may think, no one will be hurt if you express exactly how you feel, because they already know. I think they also already know that you're a fool who doesn't know what's good for them. And that's the lesson that ultimately you're going to learn. And you need to accept that really, really jagged little pill of a blessing. The link is below. Please follow me to the extended so I can get to the nitty-gritty and articulate a lot better. I will see you over there.